So guys, I realized a lot of people are brand new to Madden this year, last year. Not a lot of people have been playing Madden like myself since the very beginning. So comment down below right now and tell me what Madden did you actually go ahead and start on. What was your first Madden? Now tell me your first Madden, tell me your first Ultimate Team. Because my first Ultimate Team of course was the very beginning in Madden 10. And of course I've been playing ever since. I've been playing Madden since 2001. Nonetheless, guys, you have a like goal for this video. Can we smash 75 likes? So, guys, over the years of Madden has changed very much. Ultimate Team is what we're going to be looking at in this video, but overall wise, Madden has changed. Now, when it comes to Ultimate Team wise, a lot of things were introduced over the years, and let's go ahead and start off with the first one. The first thing that was introduced was solo challenges. This was first introduced in Madden Ultimate Team 13. And to be honest, very well and needed addition to the game. This made it so you can actually go ahead and get some coins from going ahead and playing, games against the CPU and not having to just play online or sell players or open packs. It was a very nice feature and a very nice thing to add to the game, just to make it for people who like to grind games a little bit better way to grind. Now, when it came to these solo challenges, I believe, I'm not 100% correct on this one, moments, you see right there, moments, I believe this was added in Madden 17. Because before this, we had full-length games. And you could not just go ahead and, play one game for a 10-second, 20-second period. It was you had to play a full-length game and try your best to beat that game as quick as possible, because you did not want to be in a game for too long. So definitely something that was quite annoying. And if you go ahead and go to the elite ones, imagine every single solo challenge, guys, being like this. 5-minute quarters, you got to play the whole entire game, and there's like 500 solo challenges you want to do. Takes all day long, all night long. Farming back in the old Madden was definitely not as easy, and kind of really not a thing because of how solo challenges were oriented. They weren't easy and simple to do. They took a lot of time to do. Next thing we have here is actually going to be something removed in Madden 19, but that's contracts. Contracts was first introduced in Madden 12. So as you guys know, we had Madden 10, which really wasn't a Ultimate Team. It was just kind of like a couple cards you could play with, and it was a cool idea, but that's where it all began. Madden 11, we had, our first interface of Ultimate Team, and that's where Ultimate Team really kicked off. But Madden 12, I feel like, was the pilot of Ultimate Team. That's where a lot of people started playing it, and that's where a lot of people started loving Ultimate Team. You had the concept that you can open up packs and you can create this kind of fantasy team, but in a video game. Then go online and play against other people with this fantasy team. This is something a lot of people, love to do when it came to just doing the regular rosters. They would trade, all the best players in the league to one team and then play against other CPU teams, which is something that I know personally I used to do and a lot of people used to do. But the idea of adding contracts was in Madden 12, and Madden 12 with contracts definitely added a lot more when it came to purposes for your coins. No longer was it just to create your team and go ahead and add players to your squad or open up packs. Now it's literally you have to manage these players like you actually have a football team. We had to give them contracts so that if they expire, of course you lose that player. I do not believe in Madden 18 if the contract does expire you lose a player. I think you just can't use the player while the contract is low. But in the old Madden, you would literally just lose that player if his contract ran out. And that's something, again, introduced Madden 12. Next one we have here is going to be kind of a debate. Now, technically, chemistries was in the game since the beginning, because there was a thing called team chemistry. If your players all played on a similar team, then they would go ahead and have a better team chemistry than if you had players from different teams like you see right here. Now, of course, the actual whole idea of chemistries you see on the right-hand side, that was first introduced officially, I would say, in Madden 25. I feel like that's where they really, detailed, broke it down. I believe there was a system in Madden 13, but Madden 25 really went in depth with the chemistries, and that's what I feel like where it truly originated from, and now is what it is today with the go deep, physical front, toughness, jump to snap. Of course, now we have abilities. It's just, it went from just chemistries, ground and pound, to now we have abilities and we have other chemistries. So definitely a very much needed change to kind of make it more unique. Next one we have here is going to be a binder. So back in Madden 12, we didn't have a binder. You kind of just, once you open up a pack, you send it all to your main card list. And, obviously you would send them depending collections if you wanted to go ahead and, put them to a certain set. But other than that, though, there wasn't really a binder. Like, as you can see right here. This was first introduced in Madden 13, which was, at the time, called reserves. And these reserves, you went ahead and, of course, as you can see right here, you would have them all in a list of cards on your reserves. Of course, since the years have gone on, we've gotten way better with how it looks to what it looks like today, which is so beautiful. But back in the day, you just had a reserve list. You would send those players to reserves, and then you would go ahead and once you do that, you go ahead and send those players to your active roster, or you send them depending collections, and you collect those certain players. That's something that back in the day we did not have. We just had reserves, and then you went ahead and sent those players to, again, active roster or pending collection to go ahead and add to the set. Next one we have here is going to be objectives. So objectives were first introduced in Madden 15. Now, of course, they weren't as, unique and amazing as they are now. We have positional heroes, offense, defense, MUT heroes, daily quick sell sets, MUT master, ultimate master, and of course all the other things they added throughout the time with the team overalls. But it was definitely still kind of nice to have objectives, just a little extra thing you could do and go ahead and actually play. There's more reasons to play the game because of the fact there was objectives. So that was introduced in Madden 15. Madden 16 introduced our first edition of Draft Champions, which now is called MUT Draft, as you guys know. So MUT Draft was Draft Champions, first introduced in MUT 16, and now of course we are in MUT 18, and we are probably going to have the same similar name in Madden 19 when it comes to Draft Champions or MUT Draft now. Going to definitely, be probably a similar type of variant. Now, there's certain things that were just introduced this year. I just want to cover them real fast. There's not many. We had Weekend League introduced this year. We had MUT Squads introduced just this year. And other than that, though, nothing too crazy or special that happened just this year. But I just want to mention those because they were something that did go ahead and, first added this year. So next one we have here is going to be bundles. Now, bundles were first introduced in Madden 13. Madden 12, you had your rookie pack. You had your rookie, all-pro, all-rookie, legendary, and that kind of stuff. You had single packs. You couldn't buy a bundle. You could first buy a bundle in Madden 13. Now, Madden 12, what they did do is you could pretty much buy anything with coins except for the legend packs, which you had to go ahead and spend actual money on. But when it came to Madden 13, you could have coin bundles. You could spend money if you wanted to. It didn't matter. And all that kind of great stuff. So coin bundles, for example, you didn't have to send money. There was bundles like this, but you could actually spend it with coins. So imagine instead of spending 1,000 points, you spend like anywhere from probably like 72 to maybe like 80K, or sometimes they would give us a deal, so maybe like 59K for these two clutch packs, or you could buy it by itself for 38K, and obviously you add that together, you save more coins by going and getting a bundle. That kind of stuff was introduced first in Madden 13. Now, of course, since Madden 13, we have not actually had, coin bundles that much. We had them for a limited time for Black Friday sale last year. And then, of course, this year we have not had anything when it came to coin bundles. But even when we did have coin bundles and they returned to the game, they were really short-lived because they were not that great. They didn't give us many things. Like, there was no discounts you got for buying a bundle over buying single packs. It was pretty much just a way to stack packs. Next one we have here is going to be searching the auction block through your binder. So this edition was actually first introduced in Madden 16. And this edition is going ahead and going to a player in your binder, clicking the left bumper, or I believe it's L1, and going ahead and going to an item and see how much they go for. Before this, back in the day, we had to go ahead and write down on sheets of paper what the player was going for on the auction block, go back to your binder and sell that card. And then of course, if it didn't sell, you had to go ahead and either relist it at the same price, or go back to the binder, or back to the auction block, go back to your sheet of paper and go ahead and scratch out that price and rewrite the new price. This is something that when I was going through like stuff in my room, I found just 30 or 40 sheets of paper of me just listing the price of players, just so I could go ahead and say, okay, this guy goes for 950 coins, this guy goes for 1,500 coins, this guy goes for 2,500 coins. And guys, I'm not kidding here. I went through like probably 30 or 40 sheets of paper per Madden, just writing down front and back, okay, this price, this price, this price, this price. And honestly, I did not want to clear out my binder. Now with this feature added in Madden 16, this feature actually makes it pretty amazing and it's really easy to clean out your binder. So next feature we have here is going to actually be something that a lot of people take for granted, but something that was not always here. Back in Madden 15, they added a feature called Add to Set. The Add to Set's right here, you see right there. You go ahead and click on him and you can add him to any set you want to. Any player that has a set, you can go ahead and add this player to the set. Now what makes this beautiful is back in Madden 25, before Madden 15, this wasn't a feature. Of course, back in Madden 25, you would send the players to your reserves, and then you had to send the player to your collections to try to go ahead and see if you had, of course, that player for any set. Now, unless you had previous knowledge of that player being in a set, you had no idea if that player had a set. So you had to go through every single set to try to see if that player was in a set. With this feature, it takes about 10 seconds to find out if a player is in a set. And finally, guys, number 10, the last addition added to Ultimate Team was MUT Salary Cap. MUT Salary Cap, you go ahead and go to, no, I believe it's Seasons. Yeah, I believe it's Seasons. So let's go back to Seasons, and if you go ahead and go to MUT Salary Cap, this was first introduced in Madden 16. And this was a beta in Madden 16, and now of course it's a full-fledged, game mode in Madden 18. Not many people use it. You had to do it to go ahead and get a MUT Master. Not many people like to play Salary Cap, but it's definitely a feature that, again, was introduced in Madden 16 and now is a full-fledged game mode in Madden 18. So guys, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe button, and also, again, tell me down below, when did you first start playing Ultimate Team? I started playing in the very beginning of Madden 10, but I'd love to hear down below when you guys started playing. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe button. See you guys in the next one. Peace out.